Stacy, and I'm one of the people who live in this 100-year-old schoolhouse that we've been turning into our house for the last 3 years. There have been some big updates on the schoolhouse. You might notice that our front entrance is now painted. This was a huge step, thanks to Dave the painter and the amazing upcycled paint from Up Paint. Day by day, this little school is looking better and better. On the updates inside, I want to show you those, including all of the things that we've been doing for the holidays for our first Christmas here in the schoolhouse. So come on inside. So welcome into our school where things are starting to feel a bit more festive. And since this is our first holiday season here in the school and we have a terrifyingly long to-do list of non-holiday stuff, we still wanted to try and make this first Christmas in the schoolhouse really special. I love making Christmas decorations and finding old decorations at antique shops and thrift shops, but I've always lived in tiny spaces. So the decorations I do have and I have made over the years, they're a bit dwarfed by the schoolhouse. So by next year, we've got some work to do on the decoration making front. It's also been so fun getting decorations out of storage. Some of these decorations have been in storage for over 25 years since my grandma died. So I imagine they appreciate getting a little air, even if that does mean getting a lot of attention from some toddlers. My little vision for the holiday style of the schoolhouse is to have as many crafty little elements around, preferably made by the kids. And I just got an old school magazine that I'm gonna hang on the wall that has some really cool paper art in it. It's been really fun doing things with the kids this year, and toddlers are so cute and hilarious when you're trying to get things done around the house, and you can always tell which of the things the 3-year-old decorated. Somehow there always ends up being a dinosaur and a car involved in whatever they do. But we did do one really special thing this year, and that was we went to a local Christmas tree farm and picked out our very first Christmas tree for the schoolhouse. What are we doing?
Oh yeah, getting a Christmas tree.
Yeah.
Tree? Yeah, it's kind of
Maybe a little bigger.
Yeah, we need a little taller, huh?
Are you the towel? Well, no, get the star on top.
What about like this?
Yeah, we'll get the star on top. We don't have a star, we have a pin pup. Before I get to bringing the tree into the schoolhouse and the bigger tour, I do want to thank the sponsor of this video, Circle. Circle makes an innovative bottle that allows you to add flavor to your water sip by sip. And you can control how much flavor you want to add. And even though I work from home, whether on videos like this or the never-ending schoolhouse projects, it is so surprising how often I forget to stop and drink water. So anything that makes it a little bit more fun and exciting, it's good in my book. Here's how it works. First, you fill the bottle with water. Then you choose and fasten your flavor cartridge. Adjust the dial for how much flavor you want to add, flip it open, snap back the cap with this handy little fin, and drink. Circle has over 100 different flavor cartridges that all have no sugar, 0 calories, and all natural flavors. Each Circle cartridge contains about the amount of flavor to make 6 20-ounce bottles. When I decided to do this read, I really thought I was going to share the bottle with the kids and let them have the flavored water, but I've kept the Circle for myself and successfully fended off the toddler slobber gremlins from this particular bottle. But I know it's only a matter of time before they figure out that this one has special water. Check out Circle for yourself via the link in my description or the QR code on screen to get up to 35% off your first order. And thanks, as always, for supporting the folks who make making content here possible. Now, back to the Christmas tree. Okay, can you put it? Good job, Arlo. There you go.
These are favorites.
Yeah, we need to find more train cars. Okay, so I'm gonna go around and give a full tour of the schoolhouse in a moment, but right now I'm hanging up these little ornaments that my mom made for our first Christmas here in the schoolhouse. And each of these things are all things that have lived in the schoolhouse. It's like this one is a chicken. If you've been watching this a while, you'll know that the turkey is a very important thing to us here in the schoolhouse because it was actually the animal that was living in this room, in our living room, and we've chosen it as our mascot with this painting over here. But we also have sheep, pigs. So these little pigs. I just can't, like, the detail on these that my mom did. She's kind of crazy. There were also cows living here in the schoolhouse. And the next one I'm gonna put on is a little bit of a surprising one. It's a little bat. We were the ones who found the bats here. We only recently stopped having bat tenants in the schoolhouse as of like last year. I actually made this one. This is a little tiny version of Pim Pup. Think it looks like her? What do you think? Does this look like you, Pim? Pim? Hey Pim, does this look like you? Yeah. It's a great first Christmas gift for here in the schoolhouse. All right, so going to set up this outdoor yard stake. It's Wi-Fi, so we'll see if this works on the schedule for the outside lights. And here's what the schoolhouse looks like lit up at night. I tried to fly my drone to get some really cool night shots, but at least my drone can't fly it at night, so just stuck with these. Now, I definitely think the schoolhouse deserves a lot more decoration, but give us a year or two to get more organized. We have been talking about putting some reindeer on the roof, definitely more lights around the outside, and if you've got any ideas, we are all ears, and leave them in the comments for sure. So I'll take you back inside for one more special little Christmas thingamabob that we made this year. There's one little spot in the school that has the potential to be so magical, and I've wanted to do something in it for a while. So we have these old grates for the original ductwork that we restored. We took them out, cleaned them up, sandblasted and powder coated them, and then put them back in the schoolhouse. A few of the grates are actually being used for our HVAC returns, but these little spots, there's nothing here. And I wanted to do these rotating little seasonal fairy scenes. Great, except instead of using little fairies, we're going to use, what are these, Margot?
Turkey.
Turkeys. All right, Margot, you want to help me take this off? Should we build some snow in here? Oh. That one goes on the roof too?
Yeah.
We gotta close it back up. Okay, so now for the tour part. I like doing these little walkthrough tours because it kind of shows some of the progress that we've made. And in a second on this tour, actually going to go down to the basement. Hey, Pim, you want to be a part of this? Okay. So one of the big things in this room is finally got these chairs from my college, DePaul, up here. And for now, they're going to be holding these plants in the winter by the big windows. But yeah, starting to get some stuff in here. I got this from Madison Street Salvage, again, here in town. But the big thing that is the update in this room is this chalkboard. We finally have a chalkboard in the school. So we've actually had this chalkboard for 3 years now, and it came from Sean's guidance counselor in high school. After we bought the school, the amazing Mrs. Hughes reached out and asked if we'd like this old chalkboard she had from a school in Atlanta, Indiana. And of course we said, yeah. All of the original chalkboards from our actual school are long gone. So we've been working on adding some back in. And let me tell you, after we got this one hung, it has been a hit with the kids. It's already caused many fights and they love it. And we haven't done anything like Elf on a Shelf yet, but every night Santa comes to our house and he draws picture requests from the kids. And they've had some weird ones.
A wizard.
A wizard?
Yeah.
That's what that is?
Oh, a snake.
Okay.
Amy snake is a killing snake. That's a killing snake.
Scary snake. Okay, moving on from the chalkboard, let's go into the living room. And this is where we've got our tree and also have these amazing stockings that my sister-in-law Kate knits for the entire family. And my husband is one of 5 and there's already a lot of grandchildren. So she's been really busy. And yeah, just around here we have the little schoolhouse that I made in pottery as one of the last things, and have our little Christmas village up here. These were my little village houses when I was a kid. And then, oh yeah, over here, I made this a long time ago in pottery, but these are each of, this little Christmas village, these are each of the apartment buildings that we lived in New York. So I made pottery versions of those. And they survived the move, kind of. But yeah, just like a little homemade thing. Over here we have the nativity scenes. Always seems to be a dinosaur in here. And some amount of chaos. So going through into the kitchen. Yeah. Not a ton has changed since my last video in here, besides having some festive decor and just the little tree that I've always had growing up. We used to go to the little Hallmark store and get a little ornament per year until we turned like 18. So really special little tree that we finally got in the schoolhouse. And then, yeah, over here, have some of the lights going into the basement, but I actually want to go through the office for just a second. Yeah, put lights in here. Everything is so hard to hang with 13-foot ceilings. So, looks simple, but there's a lot of work. And through here, I've actually got one of these prints. This just came from Lennart's shop, his Etsy shop. This is where I got all of these prints and the chairs in our kitchen. And yeah, I'm gonna do a big thing about some of the things that he sent my way in an upcoming video, but really excited to get some of these vintage school hangings hung up in the school. And some of them are really old and delicate in the best way possible. So I'm really excited. I need to make some frames for these, like frames that have like a little depth to them where you just have this like inside of it. So that'll be exciting. And just generally have gotten stuff a little bit more tidy. We hung some shelves over here and over here. I've got some little planters that I'm gonna put on the walls here on the brick. So a lot more work to come over here. And then, oh, Pim just messed up the bed and made herself a little Pim nest. Yeah, over here still, the bathroom hasn't changed much. That's our closet. But yeah, not much has changed in here. Have some plants now. But let me go down into the basement. So I have one more of the prints from Lennart down here. I just love like the orange next to the blue. Yeah, it's just I don't know, this little spot has just been waiting for this piece, and I'm really excited about it. I actually did a ton of work in here. This is our pantry, and we got it drywalled, and I painted it the other day, and it's still a little disorganized, but this little pantry cabinet right here, it's actually from our elementary school, and we were one of the last classes to go to our elementary school, and this came from Sean's and my second grade teacher. Sean's a year younger than me, but it's still got his name in here. So you have to say thank you so much to Tina and Brian for giving us this cabinet. Right now it's holding our pantry, but we're gonna refinish it and put it somewhere in the living room, because even though it's not like a super nice cabinet, it is very sentimental and was from our old elementary school. And yeah, it just deserves a spot in this school. So mostly what we've been doing in here is cleaning and still organizing. But in here we have, it's kind of like an early Christmas present to the kids. We cleaned up this room, and now we have swings. If you've been around a bit following the schoolhouse, you might remember some of the before shots of the basement. The basement, to be honest, was a bit freaky for a while, and it has come a long way, as you can see from some of these before shots. We've cleaned it and cleaned it and cleaned it, and we got new concrete, and it's finally at a point where I don't get the heebie-jeebies letting the kids come down here and we can play. This room used to be called the dungeon. At least that's what was painted on the door when we bought the school, and we are definitely keeping that name. One of the things I've always dreamt about after we bought the school was turning part of the basement into a playroom, where the kids could roller skate and do outside stuff inside. And we're getting there. For the dungeon, we mopped it and mopped it and mopped it and cleaned more to get the room ready for some mats and a rug that I got from Madison Street Salvage, so the kids don't break their wrists when they eventually fall down, because they will. And then we hung the swings. The kids are super into this room. They love coming down here to play, and it's been really nice to have it, because we can get some energy out when the kids can't play outside in the winter. So that's it for the little holiday tour. Next video, I want to finally be talking about the garage roof deck. Hopefully we'll have rails by the next time I make a video, but yeah, there's some really exciting updates that I want to talk about there. And oh, Pim is wanting to be a part of this, so maybe I'll end this by showing you one of Pim's special tricks. Bless you. Good girl. Good, bless you. Thanks as always for following this little schoolhouse's journey, and I'll see you again in a couple weeks. If you missed it before, I've got a big video showing the full transformation of our kitchen if you want to see more of the schoolhouse, and hope everyone has some safe and happy holidays.